Welcome back to my channel. I know you have been probably waiting with bated breath for this video on my resupply strategy. um, it's not really that exciting, but this might be helpful to people. I don't know. One of the things I struggled with the most when I started planning my through hike was how was I going to do resupply? Was I just going to resupply on trail? Was I going to do boxes? Was I going to do bounce boxes and all things? And I don't know. I may end up changing things kind of on the fly. But I settled on this resupply strategy, which is primarily I'm going to resupply on trail, but I have selected 6 different locations where I am planning to get a resupply box. And I've got an example box right here. I've actually packed up box number 1 of the 6 to kind of show you. And the way I decided on those 6 locations was a combination of 2 things. One is what kind of resupply options there were at that point in the trail. And number 2, when I needed a new pair of hiking shoes. So I wear Ultra Temp 6s, Ultra Temp 5s. The 6 just came out, but I wear the Ultra Temps, and I want to replace those about every 500 miles or so. And I didn't know whether I'd be able to get them on trail with my size and things. So that's how I determined where I was going to send a resupply box and how many I was going to send. So that's why I ended up with 6. Now, of course, I've got, my engineering spreadsheet here. So let me refer to that. Of the 6 boxes that I'm doing, here's the locations where I'm sending them. The first one's going to Fontana Dam. I'm sending it to the hotel there. They will hold boxes for thru hikers, and right before I go into the Smoky Mountains. So I'll have a resupply there. And then the second one I'm sending to Parisburg, Virginia. And then I'm sending the third one to Harper's Ferry. I'm going to send that actually to the ATC Visitor Center. They'll hold boxes there. The fourth one I'm going to send to my aunt, who has graciously offered to host me if I make it that far up in New York. So I'm going to send a box to her to have up there, because I'll need a pair of shoes then. And then in New Hampshire at North Woodstock, I'm going to send a box there, and then I'm going to send another box in New Hampshire. Sorry, not in New Hampshire. 5th box is going to go to New Hampshire. The 6th box is going to go to Maine, in Monson, Maine, right before I finish my thru hike, if I make it that far. So that's the 6 boxes. I've got, an inventory list of each one of those 6 boxes, depending on how many days of resupply I'm going to have in here. So the 3 main categories of things I'm going to have in these resupply boxes is going to be shoes, food, and then other kind of toiletry type items that I want to restock on. So I'm going to use these large flat rate postal service boxes. I test packed one to make sure I could fit everything in there, and I can, and so that's what I'm planning to use. So let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what's in there. So a good portion of this is going to be food. I made a video on food as far as what I eat every day. I do lunch, snacks, and dinner. And then, the amount of food that's going to be in here is just going to be a complete function of how many days. So for example, this box 1, that box is going to be basically 4.5 days. worth of food. 5 days is the max that I'm packing in a box. So this is pretty much the max. So for example, I've got all my tortillas. I've got bacon. I've got my string cheese. I've got my butter. I've got my kind of energy bars here. My meat sticks. My edamame and cashews. I've got my Gouda cheese and my salami and pepperoni. I've got all of my tuna packets. I've got all of my almond butter and jelly packets here. Well, I got some more of those jelly packets and almond butter packets stuffed over here. And then I've got some of my dessert. I mentioned I like these peanut butter cups, so I've got those in there. And you can see I kind of fit all that around my Resupply shoes. There, my Ultra Temps. Now I wear a size 11, which is I think I'm kind of large for a small person like me. I don't know. 11 is about the max you can fit in this box. If you had a larger size shoe, I'm not sure it would fit in there. But what I did is to save on space, I packed some things inside these shoes. So one of the things I packed in there was all of my Element electrolyte mixes. So as far as Resupply things, I'm including electrolytes in each Resupply box. And like in the other shoe, I've got some other food packed in there. And then this is all my granola. And then I've got some other things. So I've got each box, I'm going to have some new plastic utensils that I'm going to bring with me, a new toothbrush, resupply of my vitamins and blood pressure medicine, and those things. And then, depending on the box, other things that I'll resupply with is floss, toothpaste. I will resupply, have some additional bleach and soap, sunscreen, chapstick, all those types of things that are consumables. I'll put in a box if I need it. In the first box, I shouldn't need some of those things because I'm only about 2 weeks on trail. So I'll put some of those things probably in the next box, like if I need extra sunscreen or I need an additional bleach, and I can get some of those things on trail too, but I'm just going to throw them in the box just because it's easier. But yeah, that's it. And then those boxes will be addressed, and Julie will help me. She'll be mailing them for me. And hopefully the United States Postal Service does not fail me, and these boxes actually get to the places they're supposed to be. I'm going to have confidence in the Postal Service. They can get me those boxes there. And yeah, that's it. And so I've got all the stuff for the first box laid out. I got to, over the next couple weeks, get all the rest of the boxes set up and stuff. And I'll have all that ready to go and have all this spreadsheet and all this information for Julie so she knows what to put in what box and everything. I'll probably actually end up mailing this box to Fontana Dam before I leave. Because it'll only take me about less than, a couple weeks or whatever to get there. So anyway, but that's it. And hopefully this was helpful. This was something that kind of stressed me out a little bit in my planning and things, as I hadn't ever done resupply boxes before on a hike or a backpacking trip. But I think I got it figured out. If you have any comments or suggestions or questions, please leave those. And thanks for watching another video, and have a great day.